Hello, everyone. Today we'll be discussing on a very interesting topic. What is AI, artificial intelligence? Yeah, my name is Obio Raise, and I'll be leading us in today's discussion. It's going to be brief and on point. Anyway, this is not a history class. This is this is just to give us a background and based on my own study. Yes, I've learned a bit. Uh, Learned something and I want to share with us to prepare us for other teachings that will be coming up after mine. Yes, we'll be expecting other ones. So we'll be discussing on key issues like the history, the myths versus reality, and then the modern application. There are a few of them. So let's go into discussing what is AI, what is artificial. Right. What is AI? What is artificial intelligence? So when people hear about artificial intelligence, they is sometimes I've heard talks in some gatherings or meetings, and people talk about artificial like some scary things, some scary future, and talking about it from the perspective of sci-fi movies and not in the reality or the real sense of what it is. Artificial intelligence is not a new thing. I mean, it's not just something that just came in 2020s. It has been there. So, and what is it all about? It's a transformative field of computer science and engineering dedicated to creating machines capable of performing tasks that typically require human intelligence. So the journey of AI has been marked by immense optimism, practical challenges, and revolutionary breakthroughs, representing a cyclical evolution. It has been there in history. You see, the essence of artificial intelligence is just to assist us. It's a tool. It's not to replace, and we'll talk about that. The beginning of it, starting from the ancient, the civilizations before now, it all started from the idea of mathematics. It all started with trying to make better decision theories, trying to make better decision. If you did mathematics, if you did probability, the probability of this happening is that's where artificial intelligence started. In fact, if you want to go deep into the theory of artificial intelligence, you must definitely study probability and all the decision tree issues. So that's where it's all about making decision, making proper decision. As a matter of fact, the man referred to the father of computer science, Alan Turing, in 1950 during the World War. He was one of those, who built something that is close to it when they started trying to break the code. There was a during the World War, it was just beyond military, it was beyond the artillery. There was just like every military battle or warfare, there will be always a mental warfare. There will be economic warfare, and there was also technological warfare. So then the German had their own machine. They had what they were using to send precise bombs. So in England, this guy was a scholar, a mathematician. So they were trying to find how to break the code of the Germans, and this is where how he got his Turing machine and so many. These form the background of what we have today as artificial intelligence, because they were trying to make machine think on its own, right? The making decision between yes or no in mathematics. So this is a long history, and you can go. It's fun to read about or listen to. It's a deep story. So from there, in that Mount conference, the man John McCarthy gave it the name, labeled it artificial intelligence. Of course, it was not a general name before, but with that, it became popular as AI. Then there were many thinking machines in history in 1960s, 1961. We had the first industrial robot called the Unimate. ELIZA, which is the first chatbot. Early step in natural language processing, that was in 1964. Then there was Shaky, a robot in 1969. General People's mobile robot with environmental perception could perceive. So you see, these were building block to what we have today. So it's not a new thing. It has been there, building on different technology. One thing about technology is that one technology builds on another technology. For example, when the transistor came, it brought, it brought a revolution. I mean, it gave advantage to artificial intelligence as well. So every technology supports each other. So, and it keep growing, keep growing. Now today we're talking about artificial intelligence because there are other technologies that we have that have evolved and gotten better, that makes it easy for us to be able to compute this large data. If it was not so, it wouldn't have been possible. So that's why it keep growing, but it doesn't mean that it has not been there. So around, as it's called AI winter, there was stagnation due to computational limits and data scarcity. That's what I'm talking about, because that AI uses data a lot. So then in 1990, there was a resurgence. It was like another breakthrough from the IBM side, the Deep Blue 1997, who defeated Gary Kasparov in chess. You see, a pivotal moment in public perception of AI strategic prowess. You see, so they started exploring it in games. And then it went for 2000, that was the widespread commercialization of this technology. And that's when autonomous vacuum and Siri 2008, Alexa 2014, voice-based AI interaction started coming in commonplace. And note, all these things, while all these, during these experiences and during this journey, people have been dreaming. If you watch most of the movies those days, there's robots that are very intelligent, robots that, many people get their perception of artificial intelligence from what they watch in movies, and they think, oh, robots will definitely destroy the world. And you see, so, but however, engineers and scientists were at the same time working, both learning from imagination and concepts in the mind, from theories, and it's becoming practical, going from concept and becoming a reality. And that is how the world runs. And Deep Learning Revolution 2010, IBM Watson wins Jeopardy. Then OpenAI coming in 2020, GPT-3. That was where it all blew up. You see, it wasn't now only with the scientists and engineer. It came out to the public, and everybody is shouting AI, AI, AI. For some, even AI looks like the next devil, but it is not so. It is simply a tool, as I say, a powerful generative tool, AI to a tool that will aid, yes, a tool that will aid our performance and our work. So it has quite been interesting. Different breakthrough, innovation, hardware, different hardware coming out, making it better. This is a picture of Alan Turing. Yeah, I don't have much picture in this presentation anyway, but this is picture, and you can browse and get more information and learn more exciting things about this background of artificial intelligence. So there are myths and versus realities, about misconception about AI. If you listen to many persons, conspiracy theories about AI, you'll be scared. Especially the most popular of them is AI will replace human jobs entirely. That's the most scary part of it. But what is the reality? AI augments human capability. It will not replace. It will not, to be honest. Of course, definitely there are jobs that will change. For example, typewriter was there before, and before typewriter, people were writing with biro and many other ways and having many papers. And before writing with biros, people were writing with feathers. And before writing with feather, people were writing with their finger, dipping it into ink and crushing rocks. You see, so which one do you prefer? Technology, things will change, things will keep changing. You see, so that is how life works. That is how life works. Things will keep changing. So AI coming is bringing in new jobs, not replacing. It's only spelling revolution. It's only telling us that something is coming. Revolution is coming. Jobs, the way we know it, will change. Economy, I mean, the way we used to do things will definitely change with all these technologies coming up. So arm yourself, get ready for it. If it means to relearn, please relearn. If it means to change career, change if it's worth it. If it means to improve on your career, and that's a beautiful thing, AI can support any career, any part that you are in. Try and get into it. Don't be behind. Don't keep talking. Don't keep arguing, pointing fingers about AI. Just get in and be part of what is happening and see where your opportunity lies and take advantage of it. So AI will not, it rather will augment human capabilities, leading to enhanced productivity and new roles. Yes, that's my emphasis. It excels as repetitive tasks, but lacks creativity, empathy, and emotional intelligence. There are things it cannot do. There are things it cannot do. I'm sure about that. There are things it cannot do. It cannot really love. There are metaphysical things that AI cannot crack. It's only humans that can do that. Remember, AI will still depend on humans anyway. So we are not undermining ethics, because every good thing will definitely be abused. Check it out. The nuclear bombs that we talk about. Everybody is scared of nuclear bombs. But you see, China is generating a lot of energy from nuclear facility. With their nuclear reactor, they are generating massive energy that will take care of all their energy problem for some years after now. You see, that's how to use technology. So it's all about using it. After all, is there anything good that have not been abused? Nothing. So we only try to pursue the ethic part of it, but not to throw away the baby with the bathwater. That's the issue. We shouldn't just ignore AI because of the fears of what could happen. Now we have AI is sentient and can think and feel like a human. Wow, this aspect, is like saying that AI will one day replace a human, which is AI is a system, is AI systems are algorithm processing data. They lack self-awareness. That's what I'm talking about. They lack some metaphysical qualities of a human being. They lack it. There is no way you can train AI to get that aspect. It will still be mechanical. It will still lack that life, right? Emotions or subjective experiences. You see, there are things AI cannot, even if we get a robot that's perfect, there are things it will lack. It will not be self-aware AI remains a theory. It's still a theory. It has not been achieved. It has not been achieved. But instead of troubling ourselves with now, why not use it? Why not use it rather than thinking about it? The important thing is use it. If we plan on how we use it and control how we use it, we won't have to be afraid of it replacing us. Now, AI is a mysterious magic black box. Of course, not so. I've heard it in those days when people say in ignorance that television was made out of witchcraft. Here it's because of information, because they don't know what is inside the television. So they say it's the Western witchcraft and all the things you hear. But you see, the reality is this: though it may be complex, AI decision making is not inexplicable. It is explainable, and that is why there is this AI XAI research which aims to provide transparency and build trust and reduce bias. When people have better understanding, of what AI is all about. Now, again, they say more data always means better AI. This is not perfectly true because it's garbage in, garbage out, as you know, in computer. Data quality relevance and lack of bias are crucial. AI is only as good as the data it ingests. You see, if you give AI poor data, it will give you poor output. You see, so it is not in the mass of data, it is in the quality of data, right? And you know, we are in a VUCA world. Things are changing, volatile, uncertain. You don't, there are things we can't predict how it will go in nature. Informations are, we are understanding things, discoveries are coming, we are discovering ourselves even the more, both in philosophy, in psychology, in sociology, in different studies. New things are coming. You see, AI will need them to be up to date. If not, it will give you wrong information. So the idea is to use AI not to replace, I mean, not to be threatened by it or to make good use of it. So there are in modern AI we talk about, that's which is artificial intelligence is the science of creating intelligent machine, and we talk about machine learning, which is a subset of AI, which is computers learn and make predictions, decisions from data without explicit programming. See, that is using decision making, you know, working with data and training computers with data. But there is another aspect of it, which is deep learning. Advanced subset of machine learning uses multi-layer neural networks to simulate the human brain complex decision making, automating features extraction from large unlabeled data sets. Yes, using unlabeled data sets, just like in unsupervised learning, the in deep learning is work like brain. It works like this, an advanced level of machine learning, deep learning, where it works, the AI, the machine works like a brain. They studied the way the brain thinks, and with it, you know, they develop and create the system. Oh yes. So there are other learning paradigms like supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning. These ones we'll talk about it even much deeper in order when we begin to explain data um, during other classes or talk on this AI. The person who will deal on data will give deep explanation about the supervised learning, which uses labeled training data to map input to known output, right? Unsupervised learning. In supervised learning, you have your your data structured, right? So unsupervised learning learns pattern from unlabeled, unstructured data, right? Pattern, just matching pattern. Then reinforcement learning, learn by doing, through trial and error with a feedback loop, right? So we have specialized AI domains, natural language processing. Now, the idea is to make AI just on, instead of coding, just imagine if you go to OpenAI or ChatGPT and someone needs to code. You know, you cut off the whole masses, you cut off everybody, you know, you just leave it for the computer guys. But now anybody, a child can type in their own language and give their prompt and get feedback, right? They get feedback in natural language. So that's the idea of natural language processing. We have, and it enables computer to understand, interpret, and respond to human language, chatbots, translation, and sentiment analysis. Yeah. Then we have computer vision, gives machines the ability to interpret visual data like self-driving cars, facial recognition. I love this aspect. Facial recognition. Yeah, just imagine your CCTV that yeah, I've worked in a place where, I mean, I've worked as to monitor CCTV at a time. Just imagine I don't have to. sit um, as a security on CCTV, just monitoring everything. Sometimes someone who is monitoring could slip off, and maybe something could happen at that time. Just imagine something could happen at that time that the person just slept off just at that time. It could be a little time, but something has happened. But in this case, you don't expect a machine to sleep. With this computer vision, by visual analytics, the computer keep monitoring, observing every movement 24/7, pulling data from what, every step and every movement around that area. Is that not wonderful? So why can't we take advantage of such wonder? Then talk about self-driving cars, of course, making deliveries. No, you don't have to, wait for a driver. Everything is precise. One thing I love about machine is precision. Achieving precision. There's the kind of precision humans cannot achieve, but machine can achieve this kind of precision, and that's what makes it wonderful. That's why we need to appreciate machine. Okay, generative AI, Gen AI, deep learning models that create new original content like text, images, audio from wonderful. Just imagine what we are creating these days. Understand? Now, to be honest with you, I had to quickly run out. I mean, after the duty, my day's activity, I knew I have to present this. How did I get the information? AI taught me what I'm teaching you. That's the sincere truth. You see, I have to give a prompt, get some things, and I have it just with a prompt. Just with a prompt, I have this detailed now. Yeah, there are many other things I knew before now, but I wouldn't be able to prepare this slide with the speed that I used to prepare it. That's my emphasis, and that's the power it's giving us. I remember I was able to do 3 things at the same time. To send, I had a duty to make a publication somewhere. 3 situations. With AI, I just gave all the information I wanted, put it in, he gave it to me, ensure that I had a good edited text, a good edited manuscript, and I sent it immediately. And the people loved it. It still had my content, yet AI was serving as my copywriter. Wonderful. AI is serving as my copywriter. Just imagine in those days when some big guys, I remember seeing one of the picture of Winston Churchill, calling out for his the person, his copywriter, the person that manages his writings. He's just speaking, and that is what we have today. So everybody can behave like Winston Churchill. Just call out for AI, and AI will help you put everything together, and that's the beauty. Yeah. So classification of AI from narrow to super intelligence. We have reactive machines. Most basic AI operate solely on current inputs, no memory or learning. Okay, those older ones. Then we have limited memory AI. Most modern AI retain data, right? Now we have that the modern AI retain data from past experiences to inform current decisions, improve over time. You see, self-driving cars, chatbots, Siri, Chat GPT, you see, and though they lack emotional reasoning or self-awareness, but you see, they are able. And I'm thinking of, there are many technologies that will come in the present war that's going on between Russia and Ukraine. And sometimes I look at some things that are happening. You see drones, making precision military, maneuvers and many things. These are possibilities that are to come. Let me just say, this may look scary, but it's not looking scary anyway. But just imagine if we don't have to lose soldiers in the battlefield. So countries that want to fight, let them just show their technological power instead of sending humans to die. Why not send robots to shoot themselves in the field? And whoever whose robot is consumed most, right? Lose to the other people instead of just killing people. And people are dying every day just because of misunderstanding of two people. You see, so this is what technology can do, and we see the future coming. Like their theory of mind AI, that AI would understand human emotion, belief, intention, and thought processes. Right? It's still theoretical; it's not yet achieved. They will have self-aware AI, conceptual, that's machine aware of its own existence, full human intellectual emotional capability. It is just all of them remains as it is science fiction. Science fiction. They are not yet achieved. So that is it for today. There are many other people that will teach, and I hope I come again much prepared to offer my own learning again. But I was that it's a great, it was an exciting read, learning new things. And even after now, I'm going to even go deeper into learning, and that's so beautiful. So see you tomorrow, and thank you so much for listening. And we'll wait for the next person to do their presentation. Thank you.